Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room today on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And I decided to quickly do up a shaker card, using some different products. So I'll just show you. I'm going to use some of this Cosmic Shimmer, and it's sparkle paste, gold paste. And I am going to use some Hero Arts gold embossing powder. And then whatever scraping tool you want to use, there are many out there. I think I'll use this little metal one. This is the one I looked for forever, but I'm not going to be using a big stencil, so that one is okay. The plastic one is great. Then you're going to take a piece of cardstock. I chose Craft Again. This cardstock is from Ellen Hudson, and it is the Desert Storm. So you get that over on Ellen Hudson's site, 25 pack. And you want to take a piece, this is for the inside. Where is this from? The Paper Studio. I must have bought this singly at Michael's because it tells you that it was 29 cents a sheet there. So this is some song sheet and musical notes and things. I thought this would look nice on there. So I already went and took my distress tool and distressed around the edges. I'm going to take some Versamark. It's going to be a shaker card. I'm using gray and black, different tones, hues of black and gray with my little wee thingamabobs. And so let's get going. I picked out a Heidi Swap heart stencil. It has hearts, stars, and circles. It's very versatile. You can tell I used it at some time and didn't clean it properly. So that's awesome. And then you're going to need some tape, foam tape, to lift up the inside shaker card when and so this is all I have left, and then I'm breaking into my gargantuous roll. So that's the Scotch brand. I'm going to use some Distress inks here and in the minis and my little wee finger bobbers. And then I'm going to use some label tape from Post-it. This is 1 inch thick, for my sentiment that I'm going to put across there. I was thinking of doing, this is a Heidi Swap. I haven't used this one yet. It's really cute. It says with all my heart. But I am going to use my my favorite things, where it says awesome, you are awesome. So I'm going to take this one out. I'm only going to use the actual stencil, not this one, for what I have in mind. This just came to me, so let's see how it goes. I'm using some Strathmore watercolor paper, and on this one I think I will use the opposite side where it's not so textured. I'm not using any water on there. I have some acetate and a gold frame that I cut out for the inside, so I'll lay that there so I don't lose it. We're going to use my handy dandy Martha Stewart little score board here, and this is almost a 1-layer card, and we're going to score it at a A2 size right here, it says, but that doesn't look right. Oh no, it looks right at 5, and I scored at 4 1/4, so it looks right at 5 1/2. Not looking at that. 5 1/2, yes. And I'm going to have that shaker on the inside, so that's not going to matter. And then you just want to fold that up. There we go. Put that away, and we're all set to start. So I have my base, my craft card base, and I have my stencil here. I don't know how this is going to go, but this just came to my head to use it, so let's do it. So I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to use my thinner Post-it tape. I think I put it right here. So just cut out a piece, and we will get this as even as can be. This is exactly what I was thinking today as a card. So you're going to want to put the masking tape down, but not only are you going to masking tape that, just keep that piece, but you are going to take the thicker masking tape and we are going to mask out the center of that heart for our sentiment. So we're going to only emboss, there we go, we're only going to emboss the, let me move that, so you can see it's even, there we go. So the embossing is only going to go on here in this part. So let's get your Versamark, and is this a newer one? Nope, this is an older one. Kind of hold it down so I don't want to get any on my hands here. And let's lay the foundation here. Want it nice and juicy. You could always take a paintbrush and use your Versamark refill if you want to just brush it on, but I think I have enough in this one to make it juicy. Okay, put the lid on that, and let's sit down and enjoy this card together. Alright, so you're going to need something to put your embossing powder in, and that's going to be this after I get it. Let's see. I want to make sure it's not going to sneak in there underneath. So let's put that embossing powder down. Hopefully we will get it so not too much is underneath that stencil. Be very careful here. There we are. Okay. That looks good. And then you can always take your, if this is dry, and pat it down, hoping it does not get too far underneath, but to give us some nice gold. Let's raise it up as carefully as we can, like that, and we will go like that. There we are. And let's put this away because I have this funny feeling if I start to hurry, that's going to be the first to go on the floor. Okay. Now we will lift up the tape here. Run it across. Beauteous. There we go. Garbage that. Then you're going to want to hang on to this while you lift this up. And we will see how clean that stencil off after. Then you want to get a little brush. And you know what? Not this one, that's for sure. Let me get one of my good brushes. A better brush. Let's see. This is better. I don't know if it's a good brush, but it's smaller. Okay, so let's work out some of that. Kind of blow it into the heart. That way you don't waste it. There. There we go. So let's take my hottest heat tool, put it on the side here, and we'll heat this. Okay. Look how quickly that moves. there I do see a tad little bit of that heart. That I'm going to use my old, I'm just going to put a little bit, kind of use the tip of my, right, come on, there, just to fill in that little gap right there. Take this old brush and I'm going to take just a little bit of that off, and let's grab that gold again. Take this back and there we go. Just brush a bit of that. Oh, it looks like a heart. Oh, that's hysterical. You have to see this. I hope that comes out like that in it. Can you see that? It actually looks like a heart in a heart. I'm keeping that. That's a bonus right there. Awesome. Love that. Now, if you want, you can move that around. I'm going to move it around so I don't think I want to keep that. So while it's wet, there we go. I'm just going to move it so it looks like that. Awesome. Okay. That was a cute little thing though at the time. Let that dry. Put this back in. Like this. That's beautiful. Hero Arts gold. There's beautiful gold there, isn't it? Okay. Just adds to the vintage. Adds to the vintage. I don't want to touch it at all. So now that we have that, I am going to put this stencil of hearts just like so. We're just going to get a little bit of this. And we'll use this cosmic paste. It looks like that. I've used it a few times, you can tell. And let's take some out with our brush and let's stencil that on. So we'll add the hearts there, 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 staying away from that heart. Okay. Put some over there. This will dry pretty quick. Okay. Now, I didn't take out a paper towel. Let's just lift this there. And that's going to dry. Move it over a bit. Isn't that pretty? You want to take that up with some paper towel. Clean that off just a tad. Like that. It doesn't matter if the back of this gets anything on it because I am going to be using that. Is that in the frame? There we go. Okay, let's get some more on there on your palette knife. And we're just going to work it around like so. This is beautiful glitter. Take your time with it, as not to. A little bit more for these two little hearts. There we go. We're going to grab underneath, lift it up. Awesome. Move it away so we can pick that up. I'll work over my garbage can. Cleaning that off. Okay. Okay, bring it around. I'm putting my sentiment through there, so I want to have this dry. Let's grab, I think I want one there. That's what's nice about these. I hope I'm in the frame here. You can just create your own hearts where you want them. The beauty of a stencil. Lift it up. And let's take, I want to make sure nothing goes where I don't want it to go. So I think I'm going to leave that there like that. Let's go up here. I'll grab these three right here. There we go. Lift it up. Take your paintbrush quickly and move that out of the way. There we are. Okay. Then each time you're going to have to clean that off, I think. There we go. That hasn't dried there, so one there, and one here. Okay, lift it up. Awesome. Turn it over. Grab that cloth, paper, baby wipe, I mean. And we shall do those right there. Then we will dry it. And this is the other side of the Strathmore. Oh. There we go. All right. Look at that. Hearts all over. I want to just put two right. I have to be very careful here because of that. I've gotten this far without a mistake. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Let's just do a few more without touching. There. Oh, I touched that, so you have to raise it up quickly, actually. There. Okay, then we're done the front, and we'll move on quickly to the shaker. There. Lift that up. Clean this off. Don't let that dry on there. Clean off your palette knife. There we go. And your space. And I like the two different hues of gold. Really pretty. Alright, let's do some stamping here. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to take the UR first. Put it on here. Let's see. UR, and I'm going to get my detailed black. And flip that over. Hang on to this because this has to dry. It's going to be a quick, let me see how awesome it's going to come down here. You know what? It's just going to be awesome. UR is going to go right here. UR right there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stand up over this here because it did not go on there the way I wanted it to. Try it again. Perfect. You are. And then take another one. And it should have really been stays on, I think. So I'm switching our memento. We'll do memento on this one. Let's get our awesome. There we go. Switching to memento. Stand up. Right there. Hold it just for a minute, let it fall. Beauteous. And I'm going to go over it with my pens, my Copic marker here, so that I don't want to try that one over again, but when that dries, I will just use my pigment liner and it'll all be good. Okay, so let's just take a slow drying heat tool. Dry these hearts up. Okay, there we are. Not completely dry, but it's enough to set aside while I do quickly the inside. This will not take long. Okay, put the inks away. And let's take the inside of my card, whatever I did with that. Here's my shaker. Let's get that on there. I've already put double-sided tape on it. To put my acetate. Oh, I'm stuck. There we are. Oh my, why does it take me so long like that? Let's grab this. There. We're cooking with gas now. There we go. So, don't have that far from me. Take your nice clean acetate and let's lay this out. I want it just so. Okay, you can take your scissors and you can cut the acetate where it was too long. You'll be able to see it there. There, my shaker is ready to go almost. And let's take our card base. Let's use a little bit of distressing. So I will use walnut stain, I think. No, I'm going to use brushed corduroy because that looks closest to the gold. Okay. And let's distress this edge. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then we're almost finished. Isn't this amazing? Put that away. And there we go. Okay, so we have the inside. This is where our shaker's going. So let's add our little black sequins because of the black and gray musical notes right there. Okay. And I just want to go with the black. Let's get our, ooh, look at that. Let's grab our baby powder here, or let's see. Can't see around my big thing of tape. Let's shake some, whoa. We're going to shake some baby powder on this here right away, so that when I see the baby powder on there, I'm going to take it over my, right on the acetate, because I don't want any static. Okay. There we go. Nice. Just getting as much of it on there as I can to hold that. There we go. And we're going to see how much of this roll this will take us. Scissors, and let's put that on, and our card is almost finished. Let's see. How much time do we have here? Oh my, we just have a minute. That's not good. There, there. I can work in a minute. The outside, I'm not going to do part 2. I will not put you through that. I'm going to post a pic with this so that you can see what it looks like. And it's almost finished. It's not that painful. Let's see. Can I do it without breaking into my other roll? I don't know. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Yes, I did it. Woo! Okay, let's cut this off. I may be able to get this card done. Yes. Okay, let's get this over top of our sequins. And I'm going to add just a little bit of that baby powder around the edges. Just a minute, I'll show you. There. Just the brush. Just grab your brush, and it has enough baby powder, I would imagine, to take right inside so these don't stick. There's some there. And there we go. Push it in the corners. Awesome. Okay. Oh, it still has a little bit of. There we go. And we have our cute little shaker. Awesome. All right. Where's